Hey Scorpio, welcome to your weekly forecast for August 3rd through the 9th. We're going to see what's happening the weekend for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising with this lovely mermaid themed deck here, going with our mermaid ocean theme for the summer. And we're going to pull a message for you guys from that oracle deck there. So without further ado, my darlings, my fellow Scorps, let's see what's going on for us, huh? What's going on for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising? And I am sorry for the late post, guys, but this full moon energy has been kicking my booty. Some of you may have been feeling the energies as well. Next week's forecast will be up much sooner, I promise you. But we're going to connect here, see what's going on for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. First card here is mystery, right? And that's actually one of the things that, you know, astrologers will say about Scorpio, that Scorpios are mysterious, right? So some of you may be shrinking back into that mysterious energy. I do feel for some of you Scorpios, though, I feel like there might be a situation where you're learning to use this mysteriousness to your advantage, and you're actually using it as a way to kind of maybe protect yourself, or as a protection tool, okay? Not in a way where you're doing harm, but in a way where you're keeping yourself safe. So it could be also for some of you, not completely and totally divulging information that you are being asked for or asked about. You may be in a work situation where someone is trying to gather information about you to try to use it against you, or you may be in a situation where you know, your employers can't really kind of figure out if you're looking to move up or not, or if you're looking for another job or not, and you might be using it as a way to protect yourself, like, you know, not to get pulled in or be rung through the ringer to get every last drop out of you. It's like, oh, well, maybe we got to keep Scorpio happy, right? But you're not doing it in an aggressive kind of like belligerent way. You know, you're using your element of mystery to your advantage. And some of you Scorpios are diving deeper into mysteries of your own past. There's like you yourself have a mystery around you. There's mystery around your life, or mystery within like family elements or information that has been your sensing has been kept from you. So some of you may be receiving messages or guidance through dreams, or through intuition, or through visions, or you might be doing some good old-fashioned footwork here. You know, you might be going to the library and researching. You might be, I don't know if libraries are open where you are. I don't think the libraries are open where I'm at. But you might just be doing some good old-fashioned investigation to try to get information or get to the bottom of things. So, yeah. I'm trying to think what else here. Spiritual mystery as well, unlocking spiritual mysteries, grasping more complex spiritual concepts for some of you. Your next card here, Scorpio, is choices, decisions. And it's funny, Scorpio, because this card came up for two other signs, and I'm feeling very, very different energy for each sign it came up for so far. It came up for Aries, and for them I felt a sense of like they were chasing tails, like they were, you know, maybe chasing after, you know, some booty or whatever, and they're like, no, I'm not doing it anymore. I'm staying focused on what I want to do and where I want to go in my life. So they were like stopping chasing after someone or something. For Aquarius, I got like an awakening where they had this epiphany and they were seeing through the distractions, and all of a sudden it was very clear where they wanted to go. For you guys, Scorpio, I feel again the sense of mystery. I feel like you are stumbling upon the mystery and you're having to make a choice or a decision. Do I want to delve in deeper? Do I want to uncover this? Do I want to explore? Scorpio, I'm going to be very honest with you. For a lot of you, I feel like this is some form of shadow work. I know shadow work has a scary connotation to it. Like it might sound scary, or like it might sound like you're doing something like with, you know, negative energies or something. But we all have a light side and we all have a shadow side. So the shadow side is going to contain our traumas. The shadow side is going to contain like our older karmic contracts or things that we're going to have to examine, that they no longer serve us and we got to release it and let it go. So you're delving in kind of deep. You're delving in kind of deep here. And Sagittarius had a really interesting message about how they were going to be doing like a soul retrieval or like a soul journey. And there may be similar elements to that for Scorpio, but Scorpio, if you can look at your chart and see if you have Sagittarius in your chart and where your Sagittarius falls, like what house, that might be the area in which unlocking these mysteries may heal. That might be the area of your life that's going to be healed by this, or that's being affected by this, need to uncover these mysteries. Now, I feel like you guys are trying to decide, Scorpio, if you want to accept this undertaking. Whoa, okay. Okay. I just heard accept or be pushed. So this is like a tower moment kind of situation. It's kind of like you may as well do the work. But you know, it says choices here, right? So we're going to be examining these mysteries and how these mysteries maybe have impacted our choices. Why maybe we've made choices that doesn't make sense to us, or unraveling these mysteries and doing the work is going to assist us in making better choices moving forward. We may also have to make choices about how we're going to proceed. You may uncover information. Are you going to confront that person with that information? Are you going, in some cases, are you going to take the situation to court? Are you going to want someone investigated? Are you going to press charges? Are you going to file a lawsuit? Are you going to cut certain people out of your life as a result of what you're discovering? So there may be a lot of choices or decisions you're going to have to make as you are unraveling this mystery, okay? Your next card here, Scorpio, is routine. Okay, now this is an important one. This is an important one, right? We often get messages from Spirit about having to play and having a sense of playfulness, right? And so I feel like Spirit is saying that you need to have playfulness in your routine, okay? You need to have playfulness in your routine. It needs to be something that you are including time for, but that Spirit is saying it's time for you to get a schedule down. Right? Says the Scorpio who's posting late videos. So that's all right. All right. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Touche. So there might be a need to not just arrange your schedule, but stick to your schedule, right? Not allowing people in your life to distract you from what needs to be done, and putting that routine first. And I feel the reason for this message, Scorpio, is that things are going to get very busy for you, right? Things are going to get very busy for you soon. Sorry about that. Things are going to get very busy for you soon. And in order for you to be able to handle all of the work that's coming in, you already need to be on like clockwork. You've already got to be in the schedule. You've got to have things organized, right? Because the only time that you're going to have is going to be time to rest. So your life has to be set up. You're not going to be able to say, oh, you know what? Next weekend, I'll start on that project. Next weekend, I'll clear out that clutter. Next weekend, I'll, paint or fix that thing or whatever it is. You're not going to have time. The only free time you have, you're going to spend it resting because you're going to be so busy, right? You might even get to the point, Scorpio, where I feel that some of you are busy and there may be abundance coming in to the extent where you're actually going to be able to afford to do it, but also you're going to have to do it because you're so busy and so tired. You may be having to hire help, right? You might be having to hire a repair person, or you may be having to hire someone to come over and to clean your home or your apartment, right? Or to help you with laundry, or, you know, whatever it might be. Or you may be having to hire an assistant in your business to take care of like administration kind of stuff. So it's going to get to the point where the free time you have is going to have to be spent resting. So this is the time, this is the calm before the storm to get your ducks in a row, to get organized, okay? And to have a good solid routine of self-care, because you're going to need it to keep going. Your next card here, Scorpio, is balance, right? Balance. So again, finding the balance between work and play, finding the balance between work and rest. And you know, I'm going to be honest with you, this also came up, I feel, for Leo. And yeah, I think it was Leo that also got this card. And so I'm getting a very similar message for you guys as I did for Leo. It doesn't feel so different. Okay, I'm feeling a sense of boundaries with this card, because we see how these stones are stacked up on each other and they're staying in place, right? But if someone like swam by really quickly or stomped on the ground, they could very easily get knocked over, right? They could very easily get knocked over. And so I feel like Spirit is saying, Scorpio, as you're doing all this healing, as you're doing all this clearing, as you're unpacking this, you know, mysteries and knowledge of the past, and getting your ducks in a row before this busy time or busy season, you're going to be a bit fragile. You're like holding it together. You're keeping your balance, but you also need to protect your space. So, and sometimes, unfortunately, when we're on a spiritual path, people have this habit of feeling like, well, I need to be healed and I need to not be triggered by that. Or I need to like not let that bother me. Like I need to be in a higher vibrational place where these things don't bug me. And Spirit is saying, put that thinking out of your head. Okay, because this is not about being indestructible. There may be a reason why Spirit needs you to embrace your vulnerability right now and to maybe protect yourself from certain energies. You know, maybe limit the time you're spending around certain people, right? Or maybe don't share so much about your life or your thoughts, because maybe you're around people who are being very judgmental or critical of what you're saying, right? Or like what you're doing. They don't agree with how you're thinking and they feel that you should be thinking a different way, or they feel that you shouldn't say what you're saying, or you shouldn't be doing what you're doing. There could be an overbearing person in your life. And so you're having to set boundaries, and you're having to maybe not share so much of yourself. Keep some stuff to yourself and keep some space to yourself. You don't have to cut anybody off. You don't have to disown anyone. But definitely, you know, pay attention. If something is triggering you or something is lowering your vibe and it's affecting you to the sense that it's like delaying you or causing you to fall behind in what needs to be done, give yourself permission to just, you know, make space and to not embrace that. So you might want to check out your moon sign and rising sign videos. Some weeks that might resonate with you more than others. It might add some extra information. But we're going to see what message is coming up for you guys with this deck here. I used this deck one time last summer. I think I did like a full reading with it where I used nothing but these cards. And a lot of the people were like, no, don't use this deck ever again. Because some of the cards get really deep. And some people were not all about that. They didn't want to get that deep. But you guys will have to let me know in the comments if you want me to do a whole reading with these cards. And if you do, I will. All right, so the message here is the Vodianoi Sprite. Vodianoi Sprite. See, I haven't had a chance to spend as much time with this deck as I would like to read about what these things are. I know what a sprite is. A sprite is like a water fairy. I don't know what a Vadiandi or Vadiano is, and I'd have to look that up. But the message here is the ebb and flow of the tide carries good things. So the ebb and the flow of the tide is also governed by the moon energy. And we've got this great big crescent moon in the background. So you guys that watch my videos, you have heard me talk about how if I see the moon in the cards during a moon cycle, or during like a full moon or a new moon, I should say, it's telling me that that particular moon cycle is going to be very instrumental for you. So a lot of you might be having a very powerful release in this full moon, because now we have the new moon, the crescent moon, showing up in this card, which is saying that it's going to be a time of manifesting. A lot manifesting, a lot coming in, a lot flowing to you. So when I talked about the calm before the storm and getting your ducks in a row, I feel like Spirit is saying do it before the new moon, because you're going to get slammed with a lot going on. A lot of information being revealed to you. Some of you might even just be having repressed memories coming up, or you're uncovering information, or you're also maybe reaching a higher level of spiritual awareness, or your intuition might be a lot stronger. You're reaching like a higher level of intuition, and you're going to be busy. Whatever it is that you're doing, if you've been looking for a job for a long time and you've just been like, man, why can't I find a job? Oh my God, when you find that job, you're going to say, I miss the days when I was sitting around saying, oh my God, there's nothing to do, right? You're going to be busy, right? There's going to be a lot coming in. Like Spirit is showing me this visual of like fishermen, like in an old school fishing boat, where they would like throw the net and like the men would pull the net back into the boat. Like it's so full of fish, like it's like they're like bunch of people need to help get this net back onto the boat. So it's going to be a busy harvest. Okay, so this is the time to prepare for that, right? And keep in mind that things go in cycles. So when you are resourceful with the abundance that's coming in during the busy time, then you're able to rest. You're able to take time off. You're able to say, nope, I got to take, a few weeks off, or I got to take a month off. You have enough resources to cover the time that you're not working. Or when things slow down and you hit a slow period, because that's how the tide goes. The tide is high, the tide is low. It's normal for things to fluctuate. Then when things are slow, you're not panicking. You're like, oh my gosh, it's nice to have some time. And you're not worried about the slow period because you have enough resources stored up. Okay? So I encourage you guys to watch your moon, sun, and rising sign videos. Like I said, for some of you, it might resonate more or add extra information. If you would like to schedule a private reading, you can click on the Calendly link and do that. And daily messages, I post every single day on Instagram and Facebook at amethystangellight. Don't forget to check out your channeled angel messages for August. Those are linked in the description of the video. Love videos for August will be up in the next couple of days, so hit subscribe and notification if you haven't already, and you'll get a notification when those videos are posted. I thank you guys for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Have a wonderful, wonderful week, my dears. Take care.